welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a cook with me video, and today we are doing roast pork in the Weber with roasted potatoes, carrots and pumpkin. So the first thing I'm doing is just doing my potatoes. Now the way I like to do my potatoes is just to peel them all and then to cut them in half long ways and then cut them in half long ways again. I find that this is like the best way to cook them. And with my carrots, I like to cook them like fat ways and then long ways. And I also like to boil my veggies just until you can stick a fork in them. Like not so they're mashed material, but just so you can just stick a fork in them. Today I overdid the veggies and you can see that at the end, but yeah, I overcooked them and that's what happens is they go a bit mushy, but it's alright, it still tasted good. So yeah. Okay guys, so now I'm just preparing my pork, and the way I like to do it is just to get a basting brush and get some olive oil and really like get that oil into the pork. I like to really rub it in and make sure that it's all nice and rubbed in, and it needs a good healthy dosing of salt as well. I'll show you a bit of an after shot of what it should look like, but yeah, this is how I do it. Guys, so now this is what it should look like. You should be able to see the salt granules on the top of the pork, and yeah, you should be able to see that it's nice and healthily dosed with olive oil. So now we're just going to stick it in the Weber on low, and we left this in our Weber for a good 3 hours. I want to say I put it on at like 2 o'clock and it was ready by 5. So now that my veggies are all done, I'm just going to stick them on a baking tray and give them a good basting with some olive oil, and I also like to use all-purpose seasoning as well. You don't have to, but I find it gives like the veggies a really good flavour, and I just stuck them in my oven at 200 degrees for an hour. I probably overdid it because they did come out a bit burnt, but what can you do? So now this whole time in between the veggies being cooked and I've been going out and Tom has been going out and just basting it some more with some olive oil and some salt. And we did this quite a few times, as you can see. It's just really good to like baste it with the oil that it's been cooking in so it doesn't go dry. And yeah, it turns out really, really good. So now you can see that Tom's just testing the temperature of the meat. I suggest that you get a thermometer. This isn't really a safe way of doing it, but what he's doing is just sticking the knife in and then testing it on his wrist, and if it's too hot to keep it there, then that means it's ready. So he's just turned it over now, and to crunch that crackle up, that's one thing with the Weber that I've noticed with pork is that you have to roll it over onto the crackle part to get the crackle really going, otherwise it doesn't crackle up for some reason. I don't know why. But I find that if you turn it over in the oil, it really crackles that crackle up, and it's amazing. So, so good. For making the gravy, so what we're doing is just using the sauce from the pork, from all that oil and all that fat, and we're adding some red wine, some corn flour. You can add just normal flour if you want, and putting it back on the heat to just heat that gravy up and get all the flavours melting together. We also added some water to make the mixture a bit more, a bit more of a mixture rather than what it was. So we added I think we added about a cup of water in the end, or maybe it was a half cup. And yeah, we're just stirring it up. We added some soy sauce as well. It's just a splash. You only need a splash. That is like fundamental. You only need a tiny splash of soy sauce, otherwise it gets too salty and you can't eat it. So now I'm just getting the net off the pork, and I really struggled with this bit for some reason. It just did not want to come off the pork. Yeah, so now just getting the net off, getting it ready to be cut, and Tom ends up cutting it, and you're going to be able to hear some of the clips with the pork soon, and it is so amazing. It's making me so hungry just listening to that pork crackle. And yeah, so I'm going to let you listen to it now. It's like the best sound in the world. Oh my god, how good was that sound of that pork crackle, guys? That was amazing. This pork turned out so lovely. It was falling apart, as you could see. Like, Tom could barely even cut it. It was just falling apart at the touch of his knife. And yeah, this is how everything looked at the end of the night. As you can see, the veggies were a bit burnt, but I don't think anyone minded because the pork was that good. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me, and I hope it gave you inspiration to do some pork in your weather. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.